Hello, welcome, Leo. This is your healing horoscope for the week of February 19th through the 25th. My name is Erin Ryu. I am an astral shaman from Cosmic Energy and Spiritual Wellness. Let's go over the planetary transitions and moon phases of the week and see how they are interacting with your chakra centers, your energy source. We're going to clear off the cards and connect with your energy through the sound of my rattle. And so let's open. Let's begin. Monday's energy, we experienced a conjunction of our North Node. North Node is in conjunction or connecting, uniting with Chiron. Let's go over what our North Node is. Our North Node, right over here, is our future self, our purpose, our sense of where our goals sit. So this is the self that has everything that you are aspiring to gain when you create an intention, when you create a goal for yourself. Now, conjunction, this just means that it is uniting, it's connecting with another energy, and specifically it's connecting with Chiron. Pardon, Mahina. Hi, baby. He looked at me. Mahina has the zoomies at the moment. So I am pausing so you can hear me. Okay. Now, Chiron is an asteroid that interacts with our ability to release a wound. And not only release that wound, but release medicine that we've created with and from the wound. So each life, there's Pono, you can see his little face. Come here, baby. Each life, and this is where your true node and south node come into play. They're literally running circles. This is where if you have a wound here, we want to bring medicine to your future self. We want to bring medicine for this future self. Now, how it unites the energy is specific to you. But checking out your Chiron placement and seeing how this asteroid affects how you release love is so important. Let's see how it's specifically interacting with that part of you. The ring. So there is a commitment happening here. There is some sort of commitment, some sort of promise, some sort of energy source that is bringing up a wound that actually needs to be translated to medicine, to helping heal you. Whether this is an actual physical ring in your life or if this is a metaphor for you. Let's see. Let's see when this ring energy came into play. Come here, boys. Pardon the puppies. My recording is always live, so at times there are, some sort of animal or child interaction. Let's see exactly when this ring energy came into play. And this sort of promise, I feel like it's been a promise that has caused wounds, but it was actually meant to mend and make you create medicine. Let's see. Wood sheep, nature is your healer. So something about a promise that was made in nature, something about a promise, an energy. This could also involve it feels like an Aries energy. Let's see what year this happened that you realized this promise was bigger, was more relevant to how you get closer to your future. Twenty 2015 in nature, there was a promise made that whatever wounds come your way, you're going to make into medicine and it's going to help further you. And there was actually some sort of ring around this. It's a give and take. There is a recognition that, you know what, bad things happen. I get injured, I get triggered, but I can promise this, that whenever that does happen, it's going to come right around and I'm going to feel love and promise to myself that I get closer to my goals, even if that happens. Now, the mindset of keeping this promise almost to yourself is the lunar phase that we shift into, the waxing gibbous. This is all about keeping a certain mindset. So let's see exactly what that mindset is. Cancer. So either you have a Cancer around you or you have Cancer in your placements, or it's just the energy Cancer, but surrendering to the flow of this promise. You have to have the mindset to surrender. So you're actually resisting this promise that you made in 2015. So stop resisting, start going. And that sea turtle is really showing me that this promise was actually made in the beginning of your life, in the beginning of creating your past self into your future self. Because at some point in time, the person you are right now was conjured, was created by your past self. And that past self could not be more proud to be who you are right now because you made that promise with nature that you were always going to make this medicine and have this flow, but you need it in your mind, whether it be from another Cancer or your own Cancer placements. Or specifically, things might get easier around Cancer season. Then we shift over to Friday, which during the recording tomorrow, Mercury, which controls our throat chakra. Mercury controlling our throat chakra is how you communicate your unique blueprint. So how are you going to help communicate it in a more fluid way with this Pisces energy? You've been a bit rigid on certain promises that you've made to yourself. Now, how can you communicate that way that helps your mind flow better so your mind isn't so rigid? 7th house, your relationships. I swear this Mercury has been, this card has been quite consistent with many readings, but within your relationships and how you communicate, you need an easier flow to the promises that you're making within your other relationships. And I want to check out to see the present and near future and see how that Cancer energy is helping your mindset. It's clearing blockages. We're getting fire sheep. It's clearing up blockages. So you have a blockage within this promise you made for yourself. Now, that Cancer energy is helping your mindset clear those blockages around your relationships with not only others, but mainly yourself. And the distant future, I want to check out to see how communicating that you have a blockage with something really assists you. Earth sheep, you got all sheep. So I'm also wondering if you in your Chinese zodiac are a sheep, or if you have sheep people around you, that's really important. Returning to your center. So by communicating your need to release things within your Cancer placements or within people that try to take care of you, really communicating, hey, I have a blockage. Can you help me get to my center, my core self, my truest self, so I can continue making this medicine and making this promise to not only others, but me, which transitions into Saturday's energy of the full moon. And the full moon is all about releasing energy that doesn't belong to us. So really, I'm thinking releasing this blockage, because there's a blockage that is happening because you're not lining up with a promise you originally made. So let's see how that correlates to how and what you release during the full moon. Here's just a nice meditation of the full moon that is happening in Virgo. So if you have placements in Virgo, I would go check this out. But those placements need to be released in order to receive the goals you made during that new moon in Aquarius. During the new moon in Aquarius, we consciously or subconsciously made goals. Now the full moon is saying, hey, you're holding on to certain things that you're just not ready for or weren't actually in alignment with your promise. Now that they're not in alignment, we need to release them. So let's see exactly what you're releasing and what's going on here. Mystical sister. So it sounds like you're releasing a soul aspect of either yourself or another person. And you're releasing something that really helped you absorb memories from your past life. And now it's time to release that person that kept receiving so much for you. So it's releasing and clearing the blockage that originally you may have been throwing onto a Cancer. And in order to fully receive our blessing, receive the goals you've been working for, we get into a state of gratitude. You're happy that you've released this mystical person in your life. You're happy that you've released this part of even yourself that you've been rejecting. This is that aspect of surrendering. You haven't been surrendering to yourself. You've been relying on another person's magic and energy source. So now it's time to release their energy source so then you can fully receive your true goals. And that shifts us into the waning gibbous. And that's being happy about this releasing. And that's being open to receiving. Now that you made space, you're able to receive this energy. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh. Sagittarius, you're able to receive, either you have Sagittarian placements or there is a Sagittarius person, or it's just a goal that you've been resisting. You may have had a promise and you've been over articulating it in a relationship, that now you're able to just spot on, there's my target, I'm hitting it, I'm not even thinking about what may happen, what may not happen. But once you clear up that blockage, you're able to actually target your goal and go through with it. Where I feel like because you've had this blockage and have been relying on another person's energy, you yourself haven't been able to justifiably shoot the arrow at the target. And see if you have any Sagittarian placements, because that could be also a sign. So releasing this feminine aspect of, I need to do this in order to get this, and be more in your philosophical, adventurous self of just doing it and releasing it. I feel like you need to release a feminine aspect of yourself. This is a blockage to receive a more masculine place and go into a way of communicating with other people that, look, I had a blockage. Now I am more centered in my heart, centered in my promise to myself. I'm able to see where the target is and aim for it. Let's see what angel number is showing up here. 8. This is beautiful. 8 is also the strength card, and it's showing that this vulnerability needs to be expressed, that, hey, there's a blockage, and it is going to clear up your chi, your heart center, and release that sister aspect so you can receive more heightened vibrations to get back to your promise, because your promise was with your divine self. Your promise was with the universe. Your promise was with this higher perspective of who you are. And I feel like it got lost within your relationships. It got lost within restraining yourself from other people, or allowing other people to do things that in reality you need to do. You need to explore. You need to take those actions, not that. So check out the number 8 and how it's helping you transform into the person that takes action once again. Let's get some cards to really go over how all of these energies relate, because I feel like it's over such a large expansion, such a large amount of time. Wish. It's talking about a wish. And orca whales have a symbolism of coming back home, and you made a promise, you made a wish that you would always come back home invertedly to yourself, and you're missing the target. You're not even seeing the target anymore. So how can you come back to your home and your wish? Let's further expand your wish card. And it's really showing that wishes are going to be coming true. Let's see. Ooh. Three of Wands, communication. So you need to communicate your wish. You need to talk about your wish. You need to talk about those relationships, and you need to talk about the blockage that is getting you out of your promise and out of your center, because we want to go back to your center. Your wish is being held within how you communicate in your relationships. Let's get one last card to really see what's going on here. Equinox, commitment, integration, and shifts. I see during the autumn equinox that something astounding is going to happen. Your actual wish will be coming true. You're going to be interacting in your relationships either with a Sagittarius or a Cancer, or within your own placements quite differently than what you used to. I feel like you were reacting in a blocked form, when now you will be responding in a more centered and healthy manner. So big shifts, big moves during the equinox, but recognize that your wish is taking a surrendering. So maybe you feel like you aren't doing enough. This isn't the time to push and shove. This is the time to be in nature, clear your blockages, and get back to your center so you can get back to your promise that you made with the universe and with yourself. Thank you so much. Look out for the number 7. That means you need to communicate. You need to talk about your wishes. Look out for the number 8. That is really helping you get back to that pure promise that you made once upon a time. Thank you so, so much, my Leo friends. Namaste, bless. Please like and subscribe. Anything that related to you, bring back to your heart center. Anything else, release. Namaste, blessed.